Welcome back. It's normal world, and this is a normal day. But I must tell you a little breaking news, and you're going to be the only people to hear this. Dave Landau is out this whole week because he is the new pope. Didn't know. So congratulations to our good buddy Dave Landau. He's going to be out there. Get his book. You can now read his whole life biography leading up to being the pope. But in his seat is the friend of the show, the best, Matt McClowry.
Thank you, everybody.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to ramp up the self-destructive tendencies to overcompensate.
That's a big shoes to fill.
Literally.
And with us, as always, is the very best, Angela.
Thank you for saying that.
Yeah.
Hi. Yes, thank you. I have a new video out, so check that out. It's
Yes.
about new horror movies coming out in the summer. So
It's a good video. Go watch it.
thanks.
Matt, where can people find you if they want to see you in real life?
Yeah, I'm going to be at the Comedy Zone in Jacksonville, Florida, May 1st through 3rd with our good buddy Dave Landau. He will get a brief break from his new...
And Jimmy.
Yeah, Jimmy McCartney's going to be there also.
Together.
Yeah, so come check us out.
And joining us today, Matt.
Yeah.
Give her a little intro
You
here.
can see our guest May 2nd and 3rd at the Grove Comedy Club in Lowell, Arkansas. I've been there. Great club. May 4th at the Looney Bin in Tulsa. There too. And May 8th, 9th, and 10th at the Comedy Works in Denver. You can see her specials, the After School special and Finding the Funny on Amazon. Please welcome Miss Tammy Pescatelli.
Thank you. I'm excited to be here while Dave is in the conclave.
Yes. Glad he could make it there.
Sorry. I just did a very nervous, first year MC intro for Tammy, so I apologize for that.
What do you want to talk about today? There's a lot of stuff that happened over the weekend. As I alluded to earlier, the Pope passed away.
Yes.
It's very vibrant. Surprise to me. Didn't think it was going to happen ever. What do you want to go into?
We got a lot of heavy stuff to cover, but there was some drama on the Sunshine Coast of Australia as an elderly woman was confronted by a gun-wielding madman after an SUV flipped during an attempted carjacking. The incident was covered by 7 News Queensland, who interviewed the woman's 2 daughters who recounted the terrifying encounter to the Aussie news outlet.
Witnesses are recounting some of the drama that unfolded on the Sunshine Coast this afternoon. 2 sisters have told how their mother and man raced to help when the carjacked SUV rolled on Steve Irwin Way, only to find the gun-wielding car thief emerging from the wreck. Here's some of what they had to say.
Left on Mick Dundee.
He was up there with our mum. And
this is a glitch in the simulation, I think.
He was coming back down towards us, and he goes, "Run! He's got a gun!" And our heart started to pound, and I said, "Oh, Mum,
We used to be pro-life until
oh
my God.
It just makes me want to take my brain out like an NES cartridge and blow on it and put it back in.
Dude, even to the level that they're in the same Easter pajamas.
I think those are scrubs,
think
which
it's
implies
sweet.
They should scrub them.
Sweet.
the other way.
If you'll excuse us, we have to go terrorize a hotel caretaker's son on a big wheel.
And the guy goes to her, "I'll find
Come
you
play with
and
us.
I'll shoot
Come play
you."
with us, mate.
All I was thinking about when we were running, I hope he doesn't fire. Yeah, we were.
They even stutter the same way.
Yeah, come on.
Do you think you were?
Well, see, he was up there, and we were past our
Are you sure their mother was helping and not trying to kill herself? Probably saying, "Please kill me, please."
My brain.
Even that 2-headed teacher in Minnesota, the one they share a body and 2 heads. They're like, these weirdos.
It's a little much.
It's like a constant echo. Oh, my God.
But they're single. What are the odds?
Her mom was
Get one free.
Mom's just like, if only one of you were conjoined, one of you would have died.
I heard that the conjoined twins, they got married. One of them did.
Yeah.
Right?
Listen,
And the other one has an OnlyFans or something. Is it? I don't know. I might be mixing up conjoined twin.
they both are married. I don't know who says that only one of them is married. Only they say that. We know that if one of them is married, they're both married.
Yeah, I mean, what does the other one do? Just detach like an abuse victim?
Just mentally go somewhere else.
Just doing a cross.
Have like separate beds that
Just
like,
throw
one
a
lays
sheet
on?
over like a cadaver.
this is our private time.
He's just doing a crossword. Like, I'll be doing Sudoku.
You got the light on, eating a sandwich.
It's not mine.
You thought your upstairs neighbor was annoying. Could you imagine laying next to your conjoined sister having sex? Oh, knock it off.
Kill me.
God, I didn't even like sharing bunk beds.
Yeah, this is horrible. Trump, it was Easter weekend. Happy Easter, late Easter, everybody. Hope you had a good Easter. He has risen, and I hope you found all the eggs that you were looking for. Oh, and tongue punch the like button. I forgot to say that. Do that as well, and subscribe. And yeah, just out there hanging out with the kids. It was good to see. Do we have a photo of Trump out there with him?
Yeah.
There's a better photo where he's giving a salute and he's got the bunny ears right directly behind him. It's so good.
I'll have to see if I can find it.
So it's good to see. It's some good, wholesome presidential stuff going on. Let's play this video. Let's go.
Do you remember the bunny with Joe Biden? Remember? You remember when the bunny took Joe Biden out? He's not taking Trump out. Anyway, that was a beautiful moment.
After the first two stories, it just feels like I took bad pills and I'm talking to my water heater.
You need to come back up, okay? That was depressing, this last one.
Yeah, that was like his Marie Antoinette moment. Like, let them eat peeps. He just
not gonna get me. Too fast. He can't hide the eggs. Not for me. I know where they all are. I told him to tell me where they are.
They're the best eggs.
The best.
Joe had all the chickens killed. Brought them back.
This is true. You guys complaining about all the eggs, it's really his fault. It's Big Joe's fault. It's all his fault. Matt, what do you want to talk about?
Well, we already covered it. Pope Francis passed away at the too early age of 88. Born Jorge Mario Bergoglio on December 17, 1936 in Buenos Aires, Argentina. He was the first Latin American and Jesuit pope elected in 2013 after Pope Benedict XVI's historic resignation. Tammy, are you a Catholic in good standing?
I'm Catholic and I'm Italian, but I still think that good riddance.
That's not an
Listen, they're blaming JD Vance,
Right.
which it's funny, and I'm not saying that he is responsible, but I will say that I heard that the Pope actually died on a fishing boat after JD Vance kissed him on the lips and said never take sides against the family. So I don't know.
Pushed him right off. Who do you think the pick's going to be? I'm still pulling for Dave. I think Dave's a shoe-in.
Yeah, I got the over-under on Trump. I think Donald's going to try to be the Pope and the president at the same time.
No, why? I'm not Catholic. I am Christian, but I'm not Catholic, and I do hear that he was not a very good pope.
Yeah, was not an unpopular opinion.
Yeah,
Wasn't he the Pope of the people? Isn't that when he was kind of
supposedly?
What was that, like his wrestling title? I think
From the rafters, the Pope.
Do you smell what the Pope is cooking? Like he just wasn't the Pope of, he put in statues inside that had nothing to do with the Catholicism and the belief in the saints into the White House,
like a George
or the White
Floyd
House,
into
the White House or
Vatican.
Yeah, he's in the Vatican, and I don't know. He didn't look good in the dress. Let's just say that.
That's number one for me.
That's what it was.
I can't tell the difference. I'm going to be honest. I can't. They all kind of look vaguely the same.
I mean, he did just have a tendency to come down on the side of the agenda a lot of the times.
He's an agenda pope.
Yeah, for a lot of people. That was too much.
Yeah, he literally, it's like he was if we go into the American political system, he was literally that annoying, the filibuster. He was the Cory Booker of popes. Like, he just literally wouldn't stop with stuff.
He was Mr. Potato Head in a pope hat.
Yeah, they made him work too. It was like, not like he could call in. This guy was sick. He clearly was sick. He had pneumonia. I mean, Elizabeth
That's why he was doing the
Warren
hand thing.
would have said that he was robust. She said he was robust and had mental acuity.
Sharp as a tack. But he was the same one that did the video where he's like pulling his hands away when they were all coming up to come kiss the ring. It was like
yes.
thing. So maybe he's just nasty nice. He just didn't want to get sick. I just got him in the end. He knew it was coming.
No matter what, it comes for all of us. 88 years old. It was a beautiful life. God rest his soul.
Yeah. Supposedly the next one, there's two different fathers that they're
Cardinals. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mel Gibson and Mark Wahlberg. Why not?
I would see that happen.
Why not?
One of their names is
out.
Pizza.
Oh, come on. It's got to be that guy.
Pizza.
Yeah, Pope Pizza.
Pope Pizza?
I don't know his last
That's
name,
alliteration?
but I know it's his first. Yeah.
Well, what will his Holy Father? So when you are a cardinal, and then
that makes communion a lot more appealing, don't you think?
yeah.
This is
The body of Christ is the crust.
a hot and ready and some Pepsi.
Oh, you guys are going to get me kicked out of Catholicism.
It's all on this side of the room. It's all on this side of the room.
Yeah, I'm
nice
very
stuffed crust would be nice.
very, very Catholic. You know,
Into that.
I go once every 5 years.
Right, and you have to take the
Vaguely.
hymnal to let everybody know that you went.
Yeah.
Catholicism has workarounds, so we'll be okay.
So the Pope, which is the head of the church, and the good guys, you could say. Some people say.
Not a lot of our
the bad
viewers,
guys.
weirdly.
The head of the bad guys is now stepping down. He's getting swapped out by Dr. Evil's assistant, number 2. His name, what is his name here?
Yeah. Klaus Schwab, the WEF chairman, in a blister on the ass of humanity. We've parodied several times on this show.
Oh, yeah. Very easily parodied. He wears evil man clothes and dresses like
There it is.
Dr. Evil.
It's these evil robes.
007.
He's like Samuel Jackson stand-in.
So,
Look at him.
so the WEF
It looks like he's in the Foot Clan.
Yes. Notoriously thought of as an evil organization run by evil people. To combat this, have replaced him with an even more evil-looking person.
Yes.
Can we look? Let's look at the photo.
Former Nestle CEO Peter Brabeck
Nestle.
Lameth. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yes, he's a guy.
Evil corporation like Nestle.
Yeah, he was a guy in a 2005 documentary said that human beings don't have a right to water.
Yeah.
Isn't that the guy who's married to the president of France?
His eye is
He's got the
blood
eye of
red.
Sauron.
Yes.
And as Tammy pointed out, he's got like what appear to be tiny little sharp teeth.
Look at those. Tiny, like he just tears into meat. Like it's
WEF's like, we could go eviler. I think we could do it.
the hair, the eye.
So, just great things coming out of the WEF.
His name is like, he's got a hyphenated last name, which already lets you know he's a jerk. Any guys that have the hyphen, Daniel Day-Lewis, look at him. He wouldn't even let people have cell phones on the set because he had to be in the Lincoln character.
In character.
24 hours a day.
Robek Lethmathy?
Let moth.
Moth?
Le moth.
Anytime you see that hyphen, just run. It's over.
Bareback Lamoth.
Nestle is a horrible corporation. Have you heard any of the stories about Nestle?
No.
Oh, tell me.
In this, I'm going to get all these facts wrong, so just look it up later.
Fact check you too.
Fact check me. But there's a story about them creating breast milk and selling it to new mothers in Africa, I believe, and basically convincing them into using that over breast milk because they said it was like more nutrient dense and all this stuff. Well, it turned out that it wasn't because it's not as nutrient dense as actual breast milk.
Of course
but
not.
Then in the hospital, they would convince them and give them samples of it and then hook their babies on it. And when they got out, it was so expensive. These people because they were living in a third world country, they couldn't afford it. So then the babies would then die of malnutrition because they couldn't drink anything else. So Nestle is a very, very bad company. There's a lot of videos on that. You can go look it up. So it's fitting.
We did get a really great song by Bob Geldof to help those people. That was the We Are the World.
We are the children.
Yeah. So, I mean, you balance it out. They killed a lot of babies, but great song.
So fact check, how many of the things that I said were accurate?
That's pretty accurate. So in 1977, the Infant Formula Action Coalition launched boycott of Nestle due to concern about its marketing practices. Yes. Also, they used child labor in Africa to produce the cocoa. I'm reading, which is like a whole other can of worms.
Till today is
currently. It looks like.
So evil corporation now is running WEF. Great.
Why? Who else?
Who else
we expect them to be totally evil.
This is a good point.
And illegal water pumping activities, which we in drought-stricken Native American reservations, things like that, which we already touched on the fact that they're like, you don't have a right to clean water.
Yeah. So like the evil corporations that liberals usually talk about, like the horrors of capitalism and all this stuff, it's run by people like this that are now running the WEF.
Even if they literally, if those two guys threw out candy and dollar bills and were the nicest people, they mowed your lawn, they still seem like evil people. Like just their appearance alone would make you cross the street.
Clothes, the blood red eye, that you could just get a normal eye. Like those are things that we have with the technology. You can get a normal looking eye, but instead he went with the Hellboy eye.
Mm-hmm. He should have used that infant formula to pack up an eye. It would have looked better.
It would have looked better.
Get rid of his Darth Maul eye.
Yeah, what is that? It's like, you cannot drink the water. Pocahontas got called out.
Yeah, this was fun. Yeah, U.S. Senator and fraud Elizabeth Warren has been called out by a podcast host on her defense of former President Biden's mental acuity. Let's take a look.
Wow, that's
Do
her
you
glamour
regret
shots.
saying that President Biden had a mental acuity? He had a sharpness to him. You said that up until July of last year.
I said what I believe to be true.
And you think he was as sharp as you?
I said I had not seen decline.
Wow.
I'm loving this scene.
His face.
At that point.
You did not see any decline.
This is a great new
from
season
2024
of
Joe
Between
Biden to
Two
2021
Ferns.
Joe Biden.
Not when I said that. You know, the thing is,
Thank you.
She's shocked that it came from him.
he was sharp. He was on his feet. I saw him. Live event.
He was standing.
I had meetings with him a couple of times.
Senator on his feet.
It's not mental acuity.
She can't even keep a straight face.
Is not
All
praise.
right. Fair enough.
great.
Fair enough.
That is so good. That is like the evidence of we are in a different time now, because any other time in the last freaking 10 years, they would have been like, yeah, he was smart as a tack. Oh my gosh, yeah. This guy actually is saying, no, that's ridiculous for you to say. Him standing is a sign of his mental acuity.
She had like the same tone of a voice. It's like when someone catches their partner cheating. She's like, no, I wasn't. No, I didn't do it.
Isn't what it looks like.
She totally gave that whole idea, too, of like a cheating person who's like, my wife and I are separated right now because he's in one state and she's at the other at a business conference, you know?
I've never seen him pass out publicly.
Yeah, she was short of just saying, I'd take a lie detector on it, like all liars do.
Even her like body language was like,
Yeah, she laughed. She like, damn, you got me. Like, I would respect her if she said that. If she was just like, look, he was the president. I got to,
What did you want me to say?
What do you want me to say?
Yeah.
Like, I would have been down for that.
Well, it's just so funny to watch them flounder now, and they're all in their 80s, and I know that adrenochrome keeps them alive. But
It's running low.
yeah, but they were trained on being soundbite artists, soundbite television, and now in the long form podcasting world, they can't adapt, and it's
no way.
really entertaining.
None of it. She's old, Chuck's old, Nancy's old. It's like watching the Golden Girls if they were like unlikable lying billionaires.
Term limits. Like, I've been saying this for a long time. Like, why are there not any term limits on this?
there's
Like,
pictures of Nancy Pelosi with JFK.
ridiculous.
There are.
Ridiculous.
There
That should
are,
not be
Tammy.
happening.
It's so ridiculous. I was done with Nancy Pelosi a long time ago, but especially when she was getting her hair done during COVID, when we all were afraid you couldn't walk from your bathroom to the living room without someone calling you a Nazi for not wearing a mask.
Yeah.
Oh, and the boat, her husband's boat.
They're all
that was. But I got to get on that boat. I have a date.
It's like you have Gavin Newsom dining at the French Laundry. Everybody else in California can't even be in the John Travolta bubble.
Yeah.
You know?
That one pisses me off, the hairdresser one, because a friend of mine, his wife owned a hairdresser salon in San Francisco, and she got shut down. The beginning of COVID shut down, and then they said, hey, you can open back up, but only half capacity. But I mean, that costs a lot of money for her to
Pisses you off. Think
restart.
of all these women who had to let the gray show up in their hair. I'm older. Like, half my friends look like Cruella DeVille. Like, they have no
draining out.
choice.
And then she lost, so she tried to do that, and then they said shut down right after that. So she spent all the money to start back up, and then immediately shut back down. So she had to completely go out of business. And then that comes out.
Yeah.
And you're getting your hair done in the same area you said I couldn't have my business. It's insane. So this woman is still around. Is she still in Congress? She's
Yeah, you didn't see her with the
Did she
State
make
of
a
the Union
return?
with her cane?
Oh, that's right. Yeah. the one of many other canes. There's so
Yeah.
many people with canes now. It's insane. there was a video of Chuck Schumer in the 90s. I was like, anybody that was in office in the 90s should not be in office right now.
They were never meant to be lifelong careers. Never. Never, never, never. It was never supposed to be that you became a politician and then never went back. You're supposed to be of the people. You don't know what the price of gas is. You've never pumped gas. You don't know where it is on your car. You don't know how much eggs cost because you haven't been to the grocery store. You don't even know where the grocery store is in your neighborhood unless you're there for some political agenda.
Yeah, and you have people like Bernie Sanders that have never had a real job. So he's only been on the government teat this entire time, and he's like, "Oh, I'm with the guys. I know what's going on." No, you don't. You've never ever known. So term limits. Can we figure that out? Can we vote for that? Is this something Trump could do?
You know what's funny though?
I hope.
Considering because Trump is like 3 years older than Elizabeth Warren.
Were you?
Well, no, he is actually not. He's still in his 70s. She's in her 80s already.
Really?
Well, he's
Elizabeth Warren is 75.
That's what pisses.
Oh, I mean, I thought we were told. I'm sorry, Nancy Pelosi.
It's easy.
But that's what
All these
pisses
old
them
people.
off about him, I think, too, because he's so with it and moving, and they know that they're slow. I guarantee you, he
young
doesn't
man.
nap. He doesn't nap.
No.
They nap.
I mean, he was the first president to not age. You know,
it's fucking weird. Dude,
He looks
I was at
better.
Planet Hollywood, and I was eating at the because I wasn't at Coachella. You freaking liars!
It was just funny to say that.
I was at like the Planet Hollywood cafe.
Yeah.
And they had a bunch of photos of celebrities and whatnot. And there was a photo of Donald Trump on the wall from like 2003. Looked the same.
exactly the
It's
same.
freaking insane. I think he's got some kind of
The
weird.
adrenochrome.
Yeah, that's what it is.
I'm telling you.
I don't
Get
know.
it when you become the president.
I mean, at a certain point, he took on the orange tan and the golden hair as opposed to the brown hair he had in the 80s. I know from the 80s Trump.
That does
True,
hide some
but
things.
Yeah.
He kind of distracts.
You do look better with the tan. I mean,
Yeah.
come on.
It's true.
I wish I knew. I live in Florida. I live in Orlando, Florida. I cannot tan.
You gotta go up there. FPS
tan.
Dave once
800.
said you have the complexion of a toilet.
Yeah.
That's what Dave said. That's what Dave said.
You meant to say
the joke-
porcelain.
I think that's a Jim Norton joke. It was a complexion of a urinal because it's Norton.
Yeah.
But
Makes sense, yeah.
yeah, my joke with my act was always I just look like a good-looking guy, but a good-looking guy who died 2 hours ago. It's not really like I don't have a beach body. I have a wooded area body. That's the
It's pretty good.
yeah.
Rigid body.
Yeah. No, it would have to be such a gradual process for me because I've done like I'm like, oh, I got to go out and clean the deck.
Yeah.
I'll take my shirt off. 30 minutes later, I'm just red as
So you
You're
burn.
bacon.
red as a cherry. Yeah,
I'm saying you put on FPS 500 and then you slowly work your
sunscreen's
way
not.
down.
I'm not a
You just get a tan from here down,
Yeah.
from half
Yeah,
the
that's what you
arm,
need.
the
Yeah.
farmer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I still vote going back to Donald Trump. He should bald with a beard. Bald with a beard. That's the look. He should have gone into the second term with that look. That would have been a way better look. That's all I'm saying.
They should
All
run
the
the
beer.
WF with that then. WEF or whatever.
WWE.
Yeah. And he smashed 2 cans of Diet Coke.
WTF. I don't know what it is.
well, then what are the guys going to do with their Punisher stickers on their trucks? They all have their wave on it.
I don't know.
Yeah, no,
just get regular
it's
Punisher.
branding. That's
Regular
branding.
Punisher.
That's like telling Hulk Hogan to shave his mustache. It's so iconic.
Or AOC to shave her mustache. Either way.
She's Hispanic. It comes with it. In Kanye news, this motherfucker
Oh, my
is
God.
the ye, I like to say. The yay.
The yay.
He's very...
No yay about this one.
He's a creative man. And
Go for it, Garrett.
Yeah, you take it.
Yeah,
Garrett.
this
do we
all
have
you.
the full...
Please take the lead.
We have the tweet. We do have the tweet.
Can we pull
but
that
we
up,
need to give
please?
some context, probably.
Okay, you posted about a childhood sexual experience with a male cousin. I feel like we just read the...
Tying
read
to
it
his new
horrifically.
Just read the tweet. Let's read the tweet.
Let's read the
Can you
tweet.
bring up the tweet? Thank you.
Okay. This is a song...
This song is called
I don't know if you
Cousins.
could read it.
I can read
About my cousin that's locked in jail for life for killing a pregnant lady a
can't
few
believe you
years
guys
after
fought
I
to
told
read
him.
this.
It's exciting.
I'm happy to.
I was jumping out.
After I told him we wouldn't look at dirty magazines together anymore, perhaps in my self-centered mess, I felt it was my fault that I showed him those dirty magazines when he was 6, and then we acted out what we saw. My dad had Playboy magazines, but the magazines I found in the top of my mom's closet was different.
Pause.
My name is Ye, and I sucked my cousin's dick till I was 14.
Pause.
Tweet sent.
Pause.
Tweet sent.
What night, everybody?
I mean,
The space between those two lines of...
and he left it on red. Tweet sent.
That's it.
Elon Musk is going, it's not a tweet. It's not a tweet anymore.
That's the tweet.
He's
talked about the Playboy thing in 2019 when he had his Jesus... which was it was awesome to see.
Yes, Sunday service is canceled.
That album was great. And he was talking about his fall into pornography and his dad having a Playboy and then him getting obsessed with it and him acting it out now in his life. But now, I don't know why he followed it up with, I sucked my cousin's dick until I was 14.
Well, because he's crazy.
Yeah.
Somebody needs to...
bipolar disorder.
What was the thing that, a conservatorship that Britney Spears had that she got rid of that she
They don't
really
give those
needs?
to men.
He needs one. He needs one for real.
I feel less sorry for him than his cousin who was actually getting street cred in jail.
He's like, yo, my friend.
Until this came out.
You feel sorry for
Kanye West, that's my cousin.
His cousin was the one getting his dick sucked.
Yeah.
Yo, but it's not gay, though. It's not gay.
He's given up a lot of ramen noodles this week. There's not going to be anything left.
That is rough. I can't wait. I'm hooked to the Ye timeline.
I mean, this is
very interesting.
He said Harley Pasternak, the trainer that he had allegedly, he said that he poisoned him, that Harley worked for the CIA. He actually had studied taking the effects of drugs on soldiers, okay? So kind of like a Manchurian Candidate thing. But whatever pill, if that's the case, that Harley, because Harley's the one who had him 5150 the first time he was actually working out. Whatever the case is Harley should give him the shut the hell up medicine. Whatever that medicine is, give him more of it that keeps his mouth closed.
It's like his mental decline, is it a recent thing or has he always been this way? What happened? Because like he was prolific.
Social media.
Yeah,
that's what it seems like. It just it's like he's got that thing when you're a very talented person and successful, you get surrounded by yes dudes that are just going like, yeah, dude, that's great, just do that, and then anybody that said, hey, don't do that, you got rid of, and it's just become him saying whatever he wants. That's the most unhinged stuff, and it's like, okay,
you get that feedback loop and that dopamine rush, and there's nobody there to get in the way of it. You know,
I remember seeing that video of him in like a hotel room with like 20 random people around him, and he's just like ranting about Jews, and everyone's there just like, and I'm like, somebody take the phone away, get him away. Like, just we need to be like, hey man, Kanye, what are you doing? Are you okay?
Yeah, Chappelle needs to take him to Africa and let him sit for a while.
They need to chill out. He's I don't know what he's on, but I'm fascinated.
I miss when rappers used to just shoot each other.
They made better music.
You just want to hear songs about bitches and hoes.
Yeah, that's it.
Have a good day.
That is one too where you look at Kanye and he is like one of those people, like if you're a fan, you're like, why couldn't he have just been shot?
Yeah, early.
Like,
he
so
would
we could remember him
he
in a nice
died
way.
Yeah,
Would have been a legend.
Right.
Yes.
But
Now he's a legend, just for a different reason.
Geniuses
you never have to find out about Biggie having a cock in his mouth. He just sounded like he had them in it.
Or Tupac, which apparently,
the tapes haven't been pulled from the Diddy parties yet, so we don't know.
That is wow.
Might still be down there. Since he was 14.
Yeah.
Kanye, stop. You gotta put the phone down. Matt, this
yeah, absolutely.
happened this week, and you feel pretty passionate about it.
No, I wanted to cover this. I wanted to get around to this one this weekend, if I can.
As our representative on the show.
Yes, yeah. Last week, RFK came under fire for the controversial opinions that 1, not having autism is better than having it, and 2, we should look into what causes autism. Can we see a clip of his speech?
The answer.
Does he not look like Teddy Ruxpin?
A little bit.
Autism
when the tape is broken.
families More importantly, it destroys our greatest resource.
Because an autistic kid fed him rice
These are
Krispies.
children who should not be.
That's literally what I did to my Teddy Ruxpin.
These are kids who.
Yeah, I said we would
many of
hear
who are
the
fully
speech, but I mean, that's.
and
I guess that's
regress
a tall order.
because of some environmental exposure into autism when they're 2 years old. And these are kids who will never pay taxes. They'll never hold a job.
Well, it's pretty far. So far, it sounds pretty good, actually.
Yeah. How can I get signed up for that?
Some more autism.
Many of
Well,
them
I don't
will
know. Just
never
take some more
use a
shot.
toilet in this
I don't know if I can say that on YouTube.
And we
Cut
have to
myself, stop
recognize
myself.
we are doing this to our children, and we need to put an end to it. And I think I'm going to find the answer.
Yeah, this is one of the most exciting things for me. The whole Donald Trump second term, putting all these great people in, because he was going to run for president, right? Mm-hmm. And people wanted him to get in. I think this is a better position for him to be in because now he's not distracted by all the other foreign policy and other things that the president has to do. He can do what he's passionate about and what really needs to be done. Like we just banned food coloring, all this extra food coloring that we have, that's getting banned. Like I'm totally for all this. Like get all that stuff out of here because we do have an autism problem, and I don't know if it's because we're over testing for it, or if there's some kind of environment.
Sorry, Dave's uncle died. Shit.
Some kind of environmental.
Is this an HR issue or?
No, we need to gas all the. I'm sorry, but it is something that's really bad, and I'm glad that we're finally trying to do something about the horrible thing. And even if we find that it doesn't have anything to do with causing autism, it's just not healthy to add all these preservatives and food colorings and the stuff that we don't need.
No, absolutely not. And it's just strange for me to see Democrats coming out de facto on the side of all that stuff.
Yeah.
We had the aforementioned Liz Warren saying in a tweet, "To every kid with autism, I'm in this fight with you all the way." And by this fight, she means kickbacks for drug companies. We have that one. We have Jasmine Crockett saying RFK was loud and wrong, which weirdly are her two main attributes. And speaking as a person with autism, I hold a job, I have a family, and I would erase my autism in a second if it were an option. I'm not even kidding. I do have a wife, and that's because I'm tall, but I do have a wife.
I'm funny.
Let's not go that far. And I mean, what would I get? Would I not have those if I weren't autistic? My wife would probably cry less, but
okay.
I mean, why is it even a controversy? I have a bad shoulder. I have a lazy eye. I'd fix those too if that were an option on the table. I wouldn't. It was. Even under the circumstances of mild autism, it was brutal for my family and my parents. And furthermore, it speaks to a broader issue where at one time in this country, we agreed on problems but disagreed on solutions. But now with Democrats coming out in practice as pro-MS-13, anti-parental rights, and minimizing the struggles of the severely disabled and their families, they refuse to acknowledge that things are problems anymore when it is their political and financial interest not to do so. Damn the consequences.
Yep.
Amen. Yep. Amen. Click, click.
Thank you.
I will say that Democrats hate him. Yeah. They just hate him. They hate him more than a Netflix audience hates an Amy Schumer movie. They hate him.
Well, he's
a
defector.
She can't steal it. That's going to stay in
a little inside baseball for you guys.
He's a defector. It's anytime. I think that's why they hate Donald Trump as well, because he used to be one of them.
Well, I mean, that's why
and they're like, "Oh, fuck that is the worst person I've ever seen."
Well, have you ever seen the leftist tweet about like Bill Maher? He hasn't even left the reservation yet.
Exactly. So it's like common sense stuff. Like we should be healthier. Why is this a controversy? We should look into the things that we're throwing into all of our food. If you know anybody that is from like the UK or Europe, the thing that's sold here is not the same. It may be called the same, Hershey's chocolate or whatever, but it is not the same. If it's over here, it's chock full of all this extra crap that we just don't need.
Even bread and stuff.
Yeah,
like as simple as bread.
Stuff. Mm-hmm. So why is that all there? For one, I guess we could figure that out later. Let's just get it out now, and then we'll figure out why it's there in the first place. But this is stupid that it's even a controversy.
Well, what bewilders me, too, is not even be interested in getting to the bottom of it either with regard to autism. just going la, 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 everything.
Wait till he starts on the HPV vaccination, not even being changed from girls to boys. Let's start, you know, I mean, when he gets into all this stuff, they really hate him. Democrats are like, it's just like when a guy leaves a baseball or a basketball team and they burn his jersey. They're just so upset that it's going to be horrible for him to try to get anything done.
Mm-hmm. Well, and he's the thing that blows me too is that he's been remarkably consistent on all these things for years and years and years,
decades.
Yeah.
So good on him, and I think we should get to the bottom of it because we don't want any more of these.
Yeah.
You can watch an interview with him 21 years ago on PBS. He won't have
the exact same thing.
Well, he has a normal voice at the time.
By the way, guys, as of 4:00 today, he announced a ban on all petroleum-based synthetic food dyes.
Right.
So it's already starting today as of 4:00. They announced it. So.
Diddy stopped hearing you after petroleum. He didn't hear the rest of that.
Petroleum. Yeah.
Well, what do you want to go to next?
We were talking about AOC and Bernie earlier.
Rocket.
They have some news together.
Yes. What is this news?
Yeah, they're on their
I don't
tour.
follow the news. I don't know. I know
they're on tour together.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's like a powerhouse. It's like a power band now.
Yeah, like it's.
You think they're building them up?
Epstein Live.
Hey, Bernie, put that hand down. That's a dangerous hand to put up. Both of you have it up. What is this? But are they? You think they're gassing them up for the next?
They're
next run.
They're on their fighting oligarchy tour. We're gonna. I mean,
two of the worst people as well.
Well, I mean, if they are being gassed up for the next run, then they've been thoroughly compromised at this point.
That's every single person that they could possibly put in.
Yeah, if they were really willing to put Bernie up as a candidate at this point, he must be thoroughly assimilated into the Borg at that point.
Oh, yes.
No, he's about to get the call from the weatherman for his 100th birthday. There's no way. They look like Larry David and Rosario Dawson's sub-ins, you know, like they're stand-ins. They're a mess. Why are we falling for this ridiculousness? When you pull up in your private plane and the private airport to talk about how other people are ruining the world because of climate change and overspending, they should turn you around right there at the airport.
Well, this is so all of Bernie's supporters got screwed, so they're not happy. AOC, I think people have the rose-tinted glasses on her have like faded. Mm-hmm. She was really exciting in the early times. Oh, it's a millennial and she's got all these new ideas. And then I think the Democrat, my theory on it is that they were so desperate to get as much power as possible that they let in hardcore communists. And the Democratic Party, I don't think they're full-on communists. They are now because they've let a lot of people in just because
they're neoliberal corporatists.
Yes. But they were like, we need power, so let's let in the squad of these hardcore communists, and they've taken over. So then that's why they kind of pushed her off to the side. You don't hear anything about the squad anymore. So they're making this weird duo that's not going to win. They have nothing. What is this in Gavin?
Yeah, I don't think that they're communists. I think they're opportunists. I think they will say whatever they get paid to say. Whatever comes behind, I mean, literally, they'll be. If the Nestle Corporation told them to give Enfamil to the babies in the United States, that's what they'd be pushing right there. Absolutely.
So this is not a winning. Like, good luck. I'm more power to you. Keep doing it. That's what they're doing with Gavin.
This is just to rouse up a bunch of anti-establishment energy and direct it towards supporting the establishment. That's all Bernie's ever been good for.
Well, they don't have the establishment anymore, which is the most exciting thing for me because they're completely lost. All the things that they set up for decades has fallen. The establishment, I mean, the uniparty, it's completely destroyed. And they're like, I have no idea. Gavin isn't working because he destroyed his state, and people don't like him. His podcast sucks. All these people, like you said earlier, like Elizabeth Warren, like they can't handle being on a medium that is the most powerful medium, and we proved that. Donald Trump proved that. Is podcasting is a location where you could sit down and have a real conversation from beginning to end. No cuts, no scripts. They can't handle that. So they're in a world where the media and the most powerful piece of propaganda, if you wanted to use propaganda, where would you use it in a podcast medium? you can't do that because it's just inauthentic.
Inauthenticity.
My brain just
Yeah.
shut off. Inauthenticity. Fuck.
We know what you meant.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we followed.
You can't
That red
fake
food
it.
coloring.
I had Rice Krispies this morning. Even in that,
Yeah.
as pale as they are.
But they won't. You can't corner them with logic. I had a conversation with a friend of mine, and my son is 17. So next year, what does that mean? By law, he has to register for the draft. All males in this country still do. We do not have a draft, but don't kid yourself that we won't end up with the draft because we've now ruined patriotism. It may be coming back a little bit, but a draft, if God forbid is necessary, will be reenacted. Girls who, let's be honest, in this whole female movement where women are equal and equal rights and everything else, still are not required to sign up for the draft. So why aren't they fighting for that right? Why aren't they fighting for that just as much? It's your body, your choice. Okay, you got that. But what about, how come you don't want to fight alongside of the boys?
Yeah.
You don't want that, do you? You don't want boot camp.
Yeah, so it's like the things that they fought for eventually became fake. I think people figured out that they were fake, that they were just trying to grab power, and they were like, oh, with the Bernie movement specifically, it was Bernie bros that were like, yeah, let's fight the system. Let's be this like independent, liberal, like utopia. And then the establishment took them, used their icon and destroyed him. And now he's back with them, like immediately right after that, going for Joe, being a lapdog this whole time. So like they're not going to be in on it. I think more of them are independents or have joined with this weird coalition of left behind people that Trump like got together. So they're all over there. The people that are liberals that are sane are also kind of in the middle, and
I think they're
trying
starting to see through it too.
Yeah,
it's like you can't. I mean, these two people are so like
they're fake.
Well, and they're the most capitalistic people too. Like AOC's charging $50 for a sweatshirt on her website,
right?
And Bernie Sanders racking up bills on private jets and stuff. People just see
they're
what
simply
it is.
capitalists whose product is communism.
Yeah,
absolutely.
That's what they're selling.
Bernie seems like he's Bruce Willis. Remember when Bruce Willis started doing all those horrible movies when he first got his diagnosis because he just needed to get a whole bunch of money?
Yeah.
Like I think he knows
we know a guy who was
his expiration is over and he knows it's coming up, so he's just trying to get as much money for his family moving forward.
It's very interesting to see like where everything's going to go because Trump is such like a crazy big like disruptor in everything that the establishment was setting up for like literally decades and decades and decades. He came in and disrupted all of that. So like, where is it going to go? Because it destroyed the Democratic Party. It's kind of destroyed the Republican Party.
I mean, the Republican
Party. Where are we going after this?
Was kind of destroyed, and it was destroying itself. But Trump gave us permission to destroy it. He gave us all permission to say that the wars were fucked up.
Yeah, and I'm not saying like Trump's bad. For that. Like I like that it was all destroyed and fucked up because I hated all of that. So like with the tariffs and all that stuff we were talking about several weeks ago, I'm like, okay, so the alternative, everybody was complaining about it. Oh, this thing's he can't do this. It's going to make everything expensive. The alternative of that is making more fake money and being at the status quo that we all hated. So it's like, okay, should we risk it? Or should we
kick the can down the road?
Can down the river like it's been done for decades. So yeah, let's mix it up. Let's do crazy stuff like ban dye in food, like we should have done a long time ago. It's a wild time.
You know where it's going to go. JD Vance just killed the Pope.
We're doing wild. We're making wild moves.
What are you questioning this for? I'm down 100%.
Well, Tammy, thank you so much for being on the show.
Thanks for having me. This was so much fun, you guys.
If people wanted to see you, do you have a website or you have social media?
I do have social media, Tammy Pescatelli. It's all under that. If you don't know how to spell it, you probably wouldn't understand my jokes anyway, so I don't care.
High bar.
Yeah.
On the screen. Matt?
Yep.
You're going to be here tomorrow with me?
Yeah, I'm going to be here tomorrow and Thursday with you all week.
That's awesome.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you so much.
You guys did a great job, by the way.
Thank you.
Well, thank you.
Filling in. This was fun.
Hey. Like and subscribe to this channel and hit the bell. That's really important because it actually gives you a notification if you subscribe.
Sorry.
If you subscribe, it doesn't actually do anything. It just is like a fake thing. So if you hit the bell, it'll actually tell you when the show happens. So thank you so much for that. And audio podcast side, if you listen over there, give us a rating. It helps out as well. Thank you so much. Angela, you have a YouTube channel. Go watch her new video.
Yes, thank you. Angela Does Horror. And Normal Angela on Instagram. I always forget that. But
yeah. And buy Dave's book, Party of One, on Amazon or any other book retailers, I believe, right? He's getting it. So. It's getting out there. So go look for it.
It's number one in comedy and self-help.
There you go.
Yeah. Go check it out. And I think we should get to End of the World.
End of the world.
Before we get to End of the World, though, we got to talk about Blaze thing.
That's right. I forgot about the J6. There's a documentary the Blaze is putting on. If you've seen any of these documentaries, they're very good, very well put together, and you can go watch it right now.
Yeah.
Right now.
Yeah, so you've heard their version of January 6th. Now it's time to see what they've been trying to hide. Final episode of Blaze TV's in-depth investigation. It drops today. So subscribe today at blazetv.com/J6. blazetv.com.
And plus, you can go watch Derek Richards.
Yes, and while you're there, watch Derek.
Oh, I love Derek.
He's the best.
Derek.
So funny.
He has a comedy special on the network. So
That's
you can
fantastic.
go watch that as well. Matt?
Yep.
Wrapping up. Let's go.
Okay. Joe Sidera, the drummer of the band The New Pornographers, has been arrested for, new pornography.
Yeah.
If you can believe such a thing. It's always the last ones you suspect. Way to not hide in plain sight or anything, Joe. In the wake of this despicable crime, what other musicians are now being looked at for hiding their crimes in plain sight, QB?
The Killers for the death of Nicole Brown Simpson.
All right, Tammy.
Should have known.
The cure for what we call the fake COVID Ponzi scheme.
Angela.
Coldplay for violating a corpse.
Okay. Death Cab for Cutie for murdering an Uber rider.
We could go again, right?
Yeah.
Arcade Fire for burning down a Chuck E. Cheese.
All right, Sting. Police brutality.
That's good.
Yes, makes sense.
Tears for Fears for what insiders actually called the Kamala Harris campaign.
Panic at the Disco for the Pulse nightclub shooting. I'm sorry.
What the heck?
It's too soon.
Panic.
Right. And I think we'll leave it at Joe Sidera's new side project, which is called Being Beaten to Death with a Mop Handle in Prison.
Who the knows? See you guys tomorrow. Love you.